Hello guys, this is DR96AS and welcome to the video showing you how you can set up your own personal website. This is not going to be a complete tutorial. Instead, it's just going to tell you how to make a basic website using CSS as well as HTML on a half basis. So basically, I'm going to use Dreamweaver CS 5.5, and you guys can use any version of Dreamweaver you want. It's basically the same. I'm not sure if the features are different or anything, but I'd say the latest version is the best. Also, if you want to build your own logos and stuff, you guys can download Photoshop as well. I'll be posting up videos as well on how you can create logos in Photoshop, as well as uploading your files to an FTP client, um, through an FTP client of the Dreamweaver to the online web host, as well as buying your own domain name. So basically, once you open Dreamweaver, you're coming to this little window over here asking you to create a new web page or anything. But before you go on and do all of this, you have to go up to the main taskbar on top, and where you can see the file, edit, view, insert, modify, format, commands, site, window, and help buttons. So you're just going to click on site and then hit new site. And I'm just going to write test site over here. And then as you can see, okay, fine, hold on, test site over here. And go to the folder icon. As you can see, I have some test sites over here which I can delete. Okay, so I'm just going to click on a new folder and type test site, and inside that folder I'll be adding in two new folders called images and another folder called CSS. So we can go ahead and go back, click on test site, press open and select. So if you go into local site folder, you'll notice that it's directing to the test site, not the folders inside. So just make sure that happens and then press save. Okay, just press OK. It won't happen for you. So as you can see over here, it says site. It says your site name along with the folders inside it, which is CSS and the images folder. So once you set that, you've set that up, you can go on to create a new HTML file. Before you do, okay, anyway, you come up to this blank page over here. This is the main screen on how your web page will look. I'll be showing you how to edit that in a few seconds. The first thing you're going to do is to change this untitled document and change it to the name of your website, the title. So if your title is Techno Hub or the so-and-so site blog or something, you can just go and type that. So I'm just going to type test site and then a little that straight thing and then index or home. We just type home. Okay, so as you can see, the blinking bar over here, which is a text bar, it doesn't start right from the complete extreme end. So if you enter a div tag or a small section into your page, it's not gonna come out and completely fill the screen. It's just gonna leave that little space between the ends of the screen and the space on the blinking bar. So what we're gonna do is first go to page properties over here, and you can see the background color. You can change the background to whatever you want. I'm just gonna change it to maybe okay. Let me just go to color cubes. This is gonna be the default color cube for you. So I'm just gonna hit let's see, blue. Horrible color, but anyway. So yeah, it's blue. Or if you want to upload a picture of anything on your website as a background, you can do that as well. It has to be a JPEG or anything. And then you can go to background. I'm just going to change it to black because blue is horrible. Anyway, so this is the background color. And now this is where the CSS thing comes in. As you can see, we have the CSS style panel opened up over here. And we have, as we change the background, you can see that it's added a new CSS style called style and a plus sign next to it. So just click on the plus sign and go on to body. Body is where the background is stored, and it's also where you can change the margins, which is go to box and make sure it says 0. Make sure it's ticked as same for all and just click 0. Now as you can see, the blinking bar is right to the extreme end of the screen. So when you type it, it starts from the extreme end, so it doesn't leave any extra gaps in between the screen ends and the text. So it'll be seamless. It won't have any blinking gaps or anything. So now that we've done the basic setup of the page, we can go ahead and go make sure the insert tab is open. Now we're going to head and type insert div tag, which is, I'll show you in a moment. Just type insert div tag. Make sure it starts after the tag body. Body is the main HTML tag where the main text and stuff is entered. Just click after the tag body and just click ID, and this will be called the layout or whatever, and then press OK. So as you can see, it says content for ID layout goes over here. You can go ahead and delete that. And now, if you want to edit this, you can't really do that without adding a new rule about it. And how else can you do it other than adding a new CSS rule? So as you can see in the CSS styles, where you saw the styles button, you can go down and see a little plus sign next to paper screen, paper icon. So you can just go ahead and click the plus thing, and it says a new CSS rule. So make sure the selector type is on compound, and you can change, and then and the name should be hash layout. You can write it down as on your own as well. And the rule definitions, you'll be using a new style sheet, and go ahead and press OK. Now it's going to ask you to save the style sheet, so you're going to go into the CSS place, which the folder which we created before, and then we're just going to type layout, basic as that, and press save. That's not needed anyway. So yeah, so now we can edit the div tag we've done over here, and as you can see, I'm just going to change the color to maybe blue again. So as you can see, we have the div tag on the top screen over here, and we can change the font when you type over this, so it'd be affecting only that certain section, which is the blue part. And you can change the font size, the font family, the font type. You can make it bling, you can underline it, you can transform it all to capital letters, uppercase letter, lowercase letters, and you can make it bold and stuff like that. And you can also change the color as a default color, so whenever you type, it automatically goes to the color you choose over here. So this is the type category. Now the background category is again the background basically. I changed my background to blue, and you can insert a background image, which you can use later, and you can repeat it based on repeat X means that it extends, or it keeps repeating towards horizontally, which means that you have one image on this side and then another image over here, another image over here, but it doesn't go down. Repeat Y is the complete opposite. It doesn't go towards the other side of the screen, but rather goes down. So that's what repeat means. Attachment is basically attaches. Okay, I have no idea what that is. I've never used it. Background position, X pixels, and then you can just press center. So if you have a basic picture, you can it just places it in the center of the div tag. Now, and the block is not really needed unless you're like advanced or something. And in the box, this is where you'll be doing most of the CSS edits. You can change the width of this blue box on top. For example, if I want my web page to be around 800 pixels, I'm just going to type 800. And if I want the height to be around 45, I'm just going to type 45, the vertical height, and press apply. As you can see, it's changed and come like this. So you can do that to optimize it for whichever computer or resolution you want. I'm just going to make it 800 just for the sake of you guys being able to see it. So just going to press OK. And now what problem we face, to make sure you keep the height at nothing, or don't type anything, otherwise it won't move with the amount of images or content you place in it. Okay, so just keep it, no, just don't type anything over here. And now you press apply, and you notice that the blue thing over here, I'm just for the sake of you guys, I'm just going to put it maybe over here. Now you notice the blue box over here isn't on the center, so it'll be towards the left. So basically you have to go to margin for the box and type right, and just click auto, meaning it goes towards the center, and click left auto. So make sure same for all is not checked. Yeah, so once you're done with that, you can go ahead, and as you can see, it's at the center. So our layout div tag is pretty much done. And now you're gonna type okay, now that we're done the div tag, this is where you'll be adding all your tables and stuff like that. And now we're gonna insert another div tag, and this time we're gonna type after the start of the tag, which means that it's gonna be inside the layout div tag, but it's a separate div tag, but it's going to be inside the layout div tag. So all the options you wrote for the layout div tag, the blue box over there, will apply for the next div tag you add as well. So this is good because it makes you arrange all your stuff together as well. So we're just going to go until after this tag, after the start of the tag div layout, and we're going to name it logo. So this is where you'll be adding your logo and stuff like that. So content for ID logo goes here. So once again, delete that over here. And then we'll be adding a new rule for that so we can edit it. So once again, go ahead and press new CSS rule below the plus sign. And as you can see, the selector type is on compound, and the selector name is now layout and pound logo, meaning that the logo is a part of the layout and it's a separate div tag. So that's what you can do. And once you're done with that, you can make sure that it's at the same layout.css file as you put the layout in. So once you're done with that, just hit OK, and you can change the background. Once again, you can do all the same stuff you did before. You don't have to change it to center because the main div tag is in the center anyway. So yeah, so basically I'll be just changing this background to maybe black, I guess, and then press OK. And then as you can see, it's done over there. So I'm just gonna make it as yeah, so just press OK once you're done, and you can see that the black tag is over the blue tag. Now if I go back to the layout, the main layout CSS rules, and I go to box and I delete the height, and it goes to the same height as what the black tag is on. So that's what to not writing anything for the height does. So right now we can add the image. So what you're going to type the image for is go to insert, go to image over here. You can also press Control Alt I. Just go to image and then make sure it's on site root. I don't have any images, so I'll be just going out and going to my wait, I don't have. So I'll be just adding. You can add some random pictures, or for example, I'll be adding. Whoops, never mind. Okay, I don't have any pictures. It's a new computer. Anyway, so let me just download some picture, like this picture, for example, and just save it. Save image as, and then go to where my test site is located, to the images folder, and then press save. Okay, excuse me. Anyway, so once you're done with that, you can go back to Dreamweaver, and then I'm going to type Control Alt I, and then make sure it's on site root. Make sure it's on your site so you don't get confused or anything. Go to images, and you see the phones over here. And there you go. Let me just decrease the size. Okay, so this is how you can add your own logo. Of course, you can tell instead of the picture of the mobile phone, you can give a picture of the name of your site or anything like that. So just to make sure, this is not part of the layout. It's part of the layout logo because the main layout page is still available for height and stuff. So as you can see over here, for example, let me just change the height to around 45 or something. Okay, yeah. As you can see over there, let me just change the height. Okay, so basically that's the logo. And now, once you're done with the logo, we can add another another div tag below the logo bar. So we're going to type insert div tag, and it's going to be after the tag logo. So when you type after the tag logo, it comes after the logo, but it's still a part of the main layout rule definition. So you don't have to worry about that. So you can just type navigation bar, and press OK. Once again, we're going to insert a new rule for that. So we're going to press the plus sign and go to compound. And you can see it's already done that for you, layout navigation bar. And press OK. And now once again, you can change the background to let's say green. Okay. And then change the height to maybe 25. And you can see that the once you press OK, you can see that it's added the new div tag. And over here you can type home. Whoops, sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay. If it comes over here, so whoops again. Sorry. Okay, so if it comes maybe sometimes if you let's say if you type over here and if you click it, for example here, not here, I mean here, it comes down there. So you can just press the backspace until you hear the sound, and then you can and it comes back in. So right here, now this is where the navigation bar is. So you can type again. You just press the back button again, and you can type home and let's say home tutorials contact and about us. So here you can change the text type by going on to the navigation bar here over here and then going on to type, and then here you can choose the color of your font. So I'm going to choose something which contrasts with the green, so that could be black, and then I can change the font size, maybe 16, and change the font thing to maybe Arial and press OK. As you can see, it's changed accordingly. And if you want to change the CSS, if you want to make it towards the center, oh whoops, again, apologize. Yeah, okay, sorry. Ugh. I don't know, it's just a glitch which happens to my computer. Don't worry, it's coming normal. And if you want to make it towards the center, you can just press the center over here. Make sure it's on layout navigation bar as your rule which you set up over here, and then go ahead and click the center button. And as you can see, it's come towards the center. So that's the navigation bar div tag. And now you can add another div tag um, which says body area. So basically we're gonna add this under the layout again. So we're gonna do after the tag, and again this is gonna be after the tag navigation bar. Excuse me. So we're gonna go and hit ID body. Um, Make sure it's capital A, body area, and press OK. And go back to content. I can delete that again, and it says, I mean, you can't see it, it just collapsed, but in reality it's still there, but there's no content to show, so it's collapsed. So we're going to add a new CSS rule, and it automatically comes layout body area. Press OK, and the CSS rule definition comes. And just to check if it's still there, you can go to height and press maybe 100, go to background, put some contrasting color. I'm just gonna put some contrasting color. You guys can do it. So there you go. That's the black area. And now, based on what you want for your website, in my case, I'd want a two-column design, one which has your main body content, and the other which has just the ads or about the latest news which you have on your website or the RSS feeds or something like that. So I'm just gonna show you how you can do that. Now basically you'd want to add two columns into your body area, one left and one right. So you need to add two columns into your body area, the div tag. So as we added body area into the layout, we'll be adding left and right div tags into the body area, which is a part of the layout. If you guys didn't get me, then I'm just gonna add another div tag, and this time it's gonna be after the tag. Just like normal, it's gonna be okay. Wait, sorry, apologize. It's gonna be after the start of the tag. It's gonna be after body area. So just like what we did with layout. So once again, we're gonna hit left. Okay, so this is gonna be the left pane. Just go OK, and then for now you can just delete this. Okay, and then it's gonna collapse. And then we're gonna add a new rule definition. And as you can see, it says layout body area left. So what this means, it's that the main div tag is the left pane is going to be inside the body area tag, which itself is inside the layout tag. So once you understand that, just press OK, and then you can go ahead and do the settings later. And then we're going to add another div tag, and this time it's going to be after the tag right. Where's right? Oh yeah, after the tag left, and we're going to call this right. So press OK, and you can see content for ID right goes here. Delete that again. Delete that again, and once again it collapses, and then you're going to add a new definition again, and it says layout body area right. Again, this means that right pane is inside the body area, which itself is inside the layout. So once again press OK, and now you can change the rules. So basically if we want, and press OK, you can change the rules later. So now basically if you want the body to be at a height of around let's say 700. Oh yeah, another one. So if you want to add the footer of your website, maybe like this is like a copyright to whatever, and the website's name, all rights reserved, blah 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 blah. And then you have to add another div tag, and this is again after the tag footer. It's not. I mean, it's after the tag right, and call that footer, which is basically what's going to come at the bottom of your screen. So press OK. Again, delete content for ID, and add another plus tag for the footer. Again, body area. Footer is inside body area, which is inside layout. Press OK, and then press OK if you want to change the settings later. Now we have three body, left, right, and footer for the body area. And basically, we're going to show, if you want to hide, let's say I want a body area of a body, or the main right text field of about maybe a height of maybe 600, and press OK. So as you can see, it's come at a height of 600, which isn't really that much. Whoops. I'll just it's a little glitch which happens. Anyway, so yeah, this is what happens. Okay, so we have a height of 600, and now we're gonna go on to body area left, and just go click on that, and then make sure this box is 600 as well. And go to background, and make sure it's blue, just to show the difference. Okay, and as you can see, it's 600. And go to body area right. Again, make sure the height is 600, and then go to background and make, let's say this is around maybe red. Okay, and now here's what happens. You see the red over here, but you don't see the right. Oh, hold on one second. You see the red over here, and but oh my god, I hate this glitch which happens. Anyway, so you don't see the red anywhere over here. This is actually because the red is actually below the let's close this, come back. Oh my god, I hate this when this happens. Okay, I'm just gonna go back, and then let me just go to Firefox and check this out. Okay, go to index. Save this as an index.html. I completely forgot to save it. You need to save this as the index.html folder. So this is important. It can be anything other than the index.html. So press OK, and then it's going to tell you save them now. Just save them now. As you can see over here, it saves the red file comes over here down below. What we want is the blue pane to come to the left and the red pane to come to the right. Now this includes a little addition and addition and subtraction. So we want maybe 600 out of the 800 to be the blue, and the 200 out of the 800 to be the right pane. So that we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna go back up again. It's acting real shitty right now. Okay, really pissed. Okay, we're gonna go on to left, and then we're gonna go on to box, and just we're gonna type maybe 600 out of the 800. And as you can see, it leaves a little bit of space there, and that's where you can type box 200 with 200. And as you can still see, go back to Firefox if I may, that the red pane is still down. Again, this is a big pain in the ass, but it's meant to be that way. This is because the blue pane forces the red pane down. Now, of course, you can fix that by going to the red pane and forcing it to go to the left, and going to the right pane and forcing it to go to the right. So we're going to hit box, okay, and then we're going to hit float, which is floating it towards the left. And once you're done with that, you can go back to Firefox, and if you check for the red pane, it's not there. I wonder where it is. It's actually, if you take the color for the left pane out, make it the default color, which is over here, and press apply, you can see that it's actually behind the sorry, I apologize for my phone. Anyway, so so as you can see, the red pane is behind the blue pane. So now what you have, I'm just gonna put the color back up to the blue pane, which was blue. So press OK. So as you can see, it's hidden. So now go back to the right setting and go to the box and float it towards the right. As simple as that. As you can see, it's over here. And you can type anything you want over here, the red, and whatever. Blah 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 blah. Type it over here, type anything. Oh, whoops. Type anything over here. And then if you go back to Firefox, you can check it out. It's the panes are there. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? With the colors. Of course, it's just a layout. Anyway, so once you come back, you can notice that there's no footer. Obviously, the footer hasn't been shown. So if you show the footer, we're gonna just make it into background another different color, yellow or orange or whatever, and make sure the box is of a height 25. If you try to find it, it's not gonna be anywhere. If I go back to Firefox, it's not going to be anywhere because it's actually hidden behind these red and blue panes. So what you're going to go now is go back to the footer. As you can see, it says footer over there, and then go back to box and then press clear, which means it's going to be clear away from since there's only three different sections for body area. The footer needs to stay away from the two other body areas, which is the red and blue, or the left and right. So instead of clicking left and right, you're going to click both. Press OK. And if you go back to Firefox, whoops, not Internet Explorer, I mean, oh my god, this is why Internet Explorer sucks, to be honest. Okay, so anyway, it's open here anyway, so let's just go back. Okay, hold on. I did something wrong. Height 25. Clear both. Okay, so should be showing right down there. Yeah, it's over here. As you can see, we have the footer right down here, and the text's all done. So this is the basic layout of how, and then you can edit it however you wish. So that's how you set up a basic website on Dreamweaver, the layout. Please be sure to view my other videos on how you can add a header image onto your website, or how to find links and other such tutorials. Until then, keep subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. This tutorial was brought to you by Upside Down, the blog over here. Thanks for watching, guys.